Hey everybody, welcome back to our continued video on soap making. We've already got one batch out of the mold, and I figured I'd go ahead and show you actually how easy it is to get the soap out of the mold after it's been made. This video is a combination of different batches of soap that we've made, so this may or may not be a batch that you've already seen made previously in this video. The first thing I do is I like to loosen up my wax paper, kind of get it all out of the way there a little bit. For those of you who may have seen one of our other videos out there, you may recognize this mold as one of the molds we made in that other video. We showed you how to make a soap mold. This is just proof of concept that we actually do use these in soap production. Alright, well, let's go ahead and show you how easy it is to get the soap back out of the mold. Again, I always start by loosening up the wax paper, trying to get the soap to shimmy out, and sometimes you can just pull it straight out of the top of the mold. Sometimes you'll have to flip the mold over and slam it on the table. This one I can tell you is coming out very easily, so I'm just going to go ahead and continue to pull this batch right out of the mold here. And there you go. We've got some leftover masking tape there. Again, that's the reason I like to use wax paper. Keeps the molds pretty clean, keeps the soap from adhering to the inside of the mold. If there's spots on the inside of the mold that are a little bit more rough, if you were to pour soap directly into that mold without some type of wax paper or some type of parchment paper, your soap's going to adhere to the inside of the mold and be very difficult to get out. You saw how easy that was to get the soap out of that mold, and again, that's the reason for using the wax paper. I'm going to go ahead and set that mold aside, and let's go ahead and peel this down to kind of show you what it looks like. It's going to look exactly like the other batch we had here. Go ahead and pull the wax paper, the remainder off there. And there you go. Pull the little flaky bits off. We can always remelt that later if we want to. And there you have it. Block of soap. Another block of soap. Kind of sticking to my paper there a little bit. Again, this batch here, if this was not one of the batches that you previously saw made, this batch here is a orange soap. It is made out of a combination of olive oil, coconut oil, and believe it or not, turkey fryer grease. That was triple strained and run through a filtration system to kind of take any of the impurities out of it. The specks and pieces that you see in this soap is actually dried orange peel. We have orange peel that we had dried that out. We had crushed that up in a grinder, and we had added that to the soap as a botanical. And it actually, once the soap cures over time, it acts kind of like a loofah and gives your soap a little bit more scrubbing power. As many people say, once you go to a lye-based soap, you will never go back to anything else. I found that's true. That's the reason that we make all of our soap here at the homestead. So there you have it. That's how easy it is to get the soap out of the mold, and we'll see you on the next part of this video. All right, everybody. Welcome back. After a little coffee break, we went ahead and came back. We're still working with the orange soap here, and I'm going to go through briefly how we cut the soap here at the homestead. I have an actual soap cutter that's designed, it's got wires on it that's designed to come across the top of the soap and cut it into even bars. But I'm going to show you in this demonstration just how we cut it with a simple blade here. This is some type of old pastry blade, I believe. That's what this is. But that's what I like to use. It gives me a nice even cut, especially on batches that are only that thick. It gives you a nice even cut because you can run the blade all the way down. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. So setting this up here, go ahead and let you see. I might get my proper angle here. Just start at the top. Again, this soap has cured, or set up rather, for approximately 24 hours, maybe a little bit more. And it does cut at this point in production. Just that easy, without any effort whatsoever, really. The hard thing with using a blade like this instead of the a wire style blade that's designed to cut them all equal thickness is that you kind of got to make sure that you get them at least as close as you can to equal thickness. Again, this is a homestead, homemade project, so your production line, mass-produced, basically bogus quality control for the thickness of your bars is not necessarily going to be there. But as you can see, that's what makes it a home-based project. We give away a lot of soap to people, gifts and stuff like that. So that's what adds to the fact that it's a an actual real homemade soap, is the fact that, hey, not each and every bar is perfect, not each and every bar is symmetrical. A lot of the stuff up here on the top, as you can see, these little tabs and stuff of soap, that'll all fall off in the continued curing process. But that's really just about it. That's about how easy it is to cut the soap up and make it into bars. And at this point, what would need to take place is these bars are going to have to be set aside, and those are going to need to cure for at least a minimum of 30 days, if not more. Soap kind of gets better with age, so to speak. And that's where we are. So we will see you on the next part of this video. Stay tuned.